Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be playing a little RG Luffy today, and we're going to be going into ranked games, getting as much practice in as we can before the extra grand battles. This is the deck list we're going to be running today. There'll be a full breakdown at the end of the video, as that'll go over each individual card and the play lines. There's a copy of the deck list in the description below, so you guys can copy and paste it if you want it. And I think that's all I got for you. As always, I appreciate you guys coming along for the ride. Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. It's been really cool to see you guys come along. We're hitting 174 today, which was super cool to see. I'm hoping to get to 200 by the end of the month. It's been really cool that this many people want to watch me play a game. Thank you guys for your amazing help. All right, let's jump into some games. All right. There we go. Alright, they chose to go first. Ooh, what do we like? Do we like this hand? I kind of like this hand. I think we keep this hand. Alright, we're going against Nami. We're playing some ranked today. Gotta get back on the grind. I've been off of it for a minute. Let's play this Laboon out early, you know? Buddy, the answer's no. Laboon can rest anything. No, you can have that life, sure. You were at 7 cards, too. You didn't even get to activate leader ability there, boss. 5. Bam, bam. Alright, they discarded a Sky Zoro. Didn't need that heal. Ooh, he burns me again. Am I gonna give up 2 1s? Nah, probably just the freeze event, right? I think we have to do that. I don't want to go that low. Well, alright. I think deploy this. 2, 3, 4. Let's pop in for a nice 7, don't you guys think? Yeah, we'll pop in for a nice 7. I'm going to deploy this. Do it like that. There we go. Got 3 on up. That way if I deal with 2 7s, I only have to discard one of these Robins. Oh, he decides he doesn't like my attack. Well, that's a terrible number. 8 and 6 doesn't even require me a card. See, that's 3. That'll be 5. What would I rather have? Probably more restand, right? This is what happens when they take curve away from me. It's not very nice. I'm betting they take that. No. Okay, they just do leader ability. Yeah, that's fine. I was never going to swing the Usopp at you anyways. Moria. Play out a Perona. Really don't want this to attack. Wow, they choose to not do anything this turn. What do we do here, ladies and gentlemen? I could play the Brook out. Is that helpful? I kind of want this double attack online as well. I can also clear all the Peronas if I feel like as well. It's probably a better idea. Yeah, not real surprising there, Cap. My real question here is, do I play the other double attacker over the Laboon? I don't feel like that's safe. Let's remove that. You don't need that many attacks. Bye-bye. I'll be coming for those lives next turn. I actually wanted this Nami out just to absorb this attack, because I don't want him to take a life so that their leader ability doesn't get them an extra card. And by denying them that extra 2 attacks, we're just so much safer. What would you like to do? Ten's going to be the new gate, I'm guessing? Nope, no new gate. Another one. Plays this out. He really doesn't want me to be able to attack. It's unfortunate. Two 10Ks is a lot to deal with. He's keeping my double attack off. Because I'd like to develop both of these and just go get him. You want to give me 2 cards over that? You actually don't have very much. Cool. Six there. See if you want to play something else off of that. Giving him as little information as I can manage. Flip it? No, nothing to play off of. That's kind of what I thought might happen. Okay, so they got 2 giant attacks. Four, I'd have 5 left. I can do double attack. We're gonna do another one. That leaves me 3, 4, and 5. Guess what? 9. I'm going to try and kill him next turn. There are 5 cards in hand. 1 life. No blockers. And I got a Brook. I'm okay if I lose this turn. I just want to keep these 3 guys. What's it gonna be? I'm gonna try and kill you next turn, boss. 8, another Moria. I don't think another Moria is gonna cut it. I probably should have just got out of that. But I want to keep these more than I want to keep anything else. These 777s are going to make it real rough for you. What's it going to be, Nami? You want to try and kill me? You could divide up your Dawn and try. That's what I thought you might start doing. Uh, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then you'd have to go like another one at it. Bye, Usopp. You did your job well, bud. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11. No. Another one. That's kind of what I thought you were going to do. Cheat out a Perona. Make it so one of these can't attack. Yep. I think I got them based on math, though. Because this will be 2 cards. And then I can go 4 on them. Is it better to go 2 9s or a 7 and 2 9s? Nah, it's just better to go just giant. Because it's what? 1, 2, 3, 4 plus the Brook. Yeah, so like you got to have a ton to get out of this. I actually just didn't do the math. What is that? 6 plus... It's an 11 either way. So I didn't really need the Brook there. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I was like, you need to have like a bunch of 2Ks. GG. That one was a close one, man. I mean, not really. I was pretty sad. Oh, oh, what a punishing last life to have. There's the new game. What went wrong? Nothing went wrong. I just have a really favorable match. Uh-oh, ladies and gentlemen. We find ourselves against the man himself. The man with the most swag. Crocodile. Let's see. I think I would probably want to mulligan that. It's not a really good hand. Oh my gosh. Well, this is going to be a tough ranked game. I'll tell you right now. Please attack me for 7 so I have a reason to take this. Wow. What a bad opener. Triple Laboon against the guy that can't remove my cards. Okay, okay. Attack for 7. Attacks for 7. Okay, cool. Oh my gosh. You guys want to see me crash out? Ooh, game, you are playing with fire. Up. He doesn't really have pressure, and I have a handful of 2Ks. Not something I like having. I've been on such a tilt train, I've just realized I have this. Drop 2 cards, draft 1 card from your hand. That's really good for you. Deploy this. Wow, what a terrible opener. Do I want the blocker? I guess I just take the freeze, man. Lord help me. That was a little overly aggressive there, but looks like I'm not getting punished either way. They find their first 8-cost croc. Wow, they got a lot of good trash. No crocs in trash, and 2 ground deaths in trash. Uh-oh. Let me see. Yeah, there's no reason to do anything here. They're playing correctly, though. They're going wider. Okay, we find a dude. That's good, that's good. 7. Probably block with this if I had to guess. Just gonna be another 7, I think. I'm gonna be bold. I'm gonna go for 8. That way, even if they block, they have to give me 2 cards. They're 11 cards in hand, by the way. They take that one too. They say, no. I don't need life. That's not good for me, by the way. It's scary when a Crocodile player is playing this well. 13 cards in hand. They're 9 on turn. They're going to play a Croc for 8. Leave 1 dot open for a counter event because they're so low. Which means they're going to attack for 6 and 8. Yup. Minus this. Pop it out. This can't attack them. Mm-hmm. Do they attack with this? They don't. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the Brook, 1 under the leader, and only 1 comes back, but only lets me attack for 6k. That's probably not good enough. Eight does, though. Event? Yep. Cool, we get it out of them. Cool. Whenever they rest some of these guys, I'll be able to start freezing them, which will be helpful. This isn't worth attacking. This isn't worth attacking. And if he wants to play the Croc, 11, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's likely his only attack. Yep. Pop it. Play another one. Yep. Nightmare Luffy. Great. This is going to get real good real fast. I'm going to whittle their cards down. I'm going to use this. I'm going to freeze these. That way I don't have to deal with their blockers for a while. We're just jamming, man. So we ate through a good 3 cards that turn, which is nice. Took their blockers out of the game. Didn't let this get its on KO ability. I'd have to deal with this Nightmare Luffy and this guy, though. That'll be fun. Luckily, we do have a Charleston. I'll take one of these hits if they swing it at my leader. I don't want to take this or this, though. And that'll be the balance. What's it gonna be, buddy? Ooh, that'll help. Another 1K. I think this is gonna drag for a little bit. I need some characters, though. I really do. I think I'm going to play this. God, I really do want to play this next turn, but that only leaves me with 3 Dawn standing, which is rough. 1 comes back from this, I'll get 4. Destroys the Croc, of course. Plays this out. He's got to have another one at this point. He's going to play it over the top of one of these. Yep, can't attack minus this. Makes so this can't attack. Plays another Croc. Yup. Another one. Make it so my whole board can't attack for a turn. Cool story, buddy. Good news is you don't have a blocker. 3 will come back. 2 will come back, sorry. So I need to save 3, which means I can go a nice 9 at him, which will be good. That's a good number. Well, it's not really a good number, considering he's a 7K lead. I just need more attacks. Good news is I'm sitting on double Charleston in hand. I've only seen one of those 2Ks. We're gonna take a second here and just look at this trash. We've seen 3 ground deaths. There's one unaccounted ground death somewhere. And a lot of 2Ks. He is not missed. Okay. Ooh, Nightmare Luffy. Why you gotta make my life so hard? It's gonna be like a 9 next. I think I got a Beditcha Laboon. Got another Crocodile. He does. What a bugger. What a bugger. Well, there's no point in doing a lot here. We're basically going to keep 5 Dawn up, and we're going to poke with everything else. I have to get some underneath leaders, so we start with a 7 here. Give me a card. Oh, Croc, you're playing well. You're going to make my life hard. I gotta live next to her through 4 10Ks and a leader plus... Ooh, plus all that all-out attack. Luckily, I still have a blocker on board. Yeah, we'll attach one, make sure we get a 2K out of it. Heck yeah. Okay, every one of their ground deaths is out. I don't understand why they took a damage there. We'll have to watch that one back. I don't know what happened there. Well, there is 0. Man, they should have kept that ground death. They could have nullified my Nami. They got 6 cards left, 0 lives. No blocker. You can have this one. Yeah, probably just... Yeah, we're just gonna give them the Brook, I think. They have 0. They're gonna try and kill me here. I just want to get that blocker out of there in case they've got some way of nullifying it. Because now they gotta hit me a lot. They can divide up their remaining 9 Dawn and go like what? 14 and 15? I can get out of that, right? Yeah. Well, there's my Charleston trigger. Eight left. He's got 3 Crocs on field. Trash. What are we looking at here? The 4th Crocodile's missing. He's gonna drop his 4th Croc on me. That's gonna be infuriating. I gotta try and kill him next turn. I shouldn't have taken that. No Crocodile. He gives the blocker up, though. Okay. Okay, I have to get out of a 17k now, because I'm an idiot. I can go Charleston to get it all back. If he loads that 17 on here. Yep. Okay, cool. We get to kill him now. GG, buddy. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Seven, give me a card. Oh no, I got another one of these that can attack. 7, give me a card. Bang. Got him. Yeah. I was like, he had a ton of counter. Whew, that was close. The last Croc was at the bottom. To be fair, it's not like he got a bad run of it. That was 3 Crocs, plus a Nightmare Luffy he had on board. If he'd kept this blocker up, I don't even know. I might not have been able to kill him, but we got there. He committed really hard, thinking guy was going to get out of a 17, but that was just a 2 and a 1 out of hand after the Charleston. But he didn't know I had the Charleston until after he committed the blocker, so GG to my buddy. Well played, sir. That's another game of rank down. We continue the climb. All right. We're on a good bit of a tear today. Let me know what you guys think. Am I doing right? Am I doing all right? Am I doing bad? Am I abusing people? What do you guys think? All right. Catch you in the next one. All right, ladies and gentlemen. That was a couple of games of ranked. What do you think? How'd I do? What did I do right? What did I do wrong? I always appreciate if you guys actually do tell me when I'm messing things up. I am not perfect, and I am doing my best. So sometimes I miss stuff because I get all wrapped up in the heat of the moment. So if you guys can do me a favor and keep me honest, I appreciate it. All right, I'm going to do a quick buzz through of all the cards and what they do. And then we'll go over why I picked them. Let me know what you guys think. All right, here we go. RG Luffy is an OP 13 leader. Dawn times 1 on our opponent's attack. If we have 5 or less active Dawn cards on our field, I can rest any number of Dawn cards up to one of our leader or Straw Hat Crew type characters gains plus 2,000 power for each Dawn card that was rested by this effect. We're running 4 copies of Jewelry Bonnie. It's a 1/2/1 searcher. It looks to the top 4 for a Straw Hat Crew type. We're running Monkey D. Garp, which is a 1/2/1 searcher that looks to the top 4 for a 3 cost or more. And we're running 3 copies of Sanji, which is a 2/3/2 on play. We can select one of our Straw Hat Crew type and give it with 6,000 power or more and give it unblockable for the turn. Not too bad. We're running 3 copies of the 7/9 Brick Zoro. It is a plus 2,000 power to our leader till the end of the turn, and activate main if our opponent has 8,000 power or more. This character gains Rush character, so only pseudo Rush, not too bad. We're running 3 copies of Laboon, which is a 1/2/2K. If you have a character with a base power of 7,000 or less that would be removed from the field by your opponent's effect, you may rest 2 of your cards instead. So it's a pretty decent searcher. And we're running a 3/4/1 in Nico Robin. If your Straw Hat Crew type character would be removed from the field by your opponent's effect, you may rest 1 of your Dawn cards instead. 4 copies of Usopp. It's a 4/5/1 that just restands 2 Dawn cards at the end of our turn. And then we're running 4 copies of Nami. It's a 4/2/1 blocker, and it rests 2 of our opponent's 8 cost or less characters, then sets 5 Dawn cards as active at the end of the turn. Crazy broken. I'm running 2 copies of the 4/5/1K Monkey D. Luffy. Your turn and on play. If your leader is multicolored and your opponent has 7 or less Dawn cards on their field, your opponent rests 1 active Dawn at the start of their main phase. We're running 4 copies of Sanji, which is a 5/7 brick. On play, it sets 2 of our Dawn cards as active, and at the end of our turn, it sets 1 as active every turn. We're running 4 copies of the 6/7 brick in Monkey D. Luffy. He's got double attack, and on play, he sets 4 Dawn cards as active, but then we can't play a 5 or more for the rest of the turn. And then we've got 2 copies of Brook, which is a 6/6/1, and it rests 1 of our opponent's cards. That's leader, Dawn, or characters, no cost restrictions. And activate main, you can trash this character if your leader has a Straw Hat Crew type, set up to 1 of your characters with a base cost of 8 or less is active. Really strong. 1 copy of the 9/9 brick in Roanoa Zoro. You can rest it on, and when he's attacking, and restand him, and then you can rest 2 as an activate main and restand him again. So you can get 3 swings a turn out of him. Really good. I'm down to 1 copy of I Know You're Strong, so I'll go out from the start. It rests 2 Dawn, so 3 total, and it freezes 2 of our opponent's 7 or lesses. And it gives our leader plus 3,000 power counter, but because of the way our leader ability works, that's really only a 1K in hand. Running 4 copies of Charleston because it is mandatory. It is a 2-cost event. Up to 1 of our leader characters gains plus 4,000 power during battle. Then I can discard a card, and if I did, I set 3 of our Dawn as active. So, it takes our leader ability, turns 2 of our cards in our hands into 2Ks, and generates an extra 2K by standing an extra 1 up. Just always want to make sure you don't go up to 6. Your leader ability only works if you got 5, so make sure you're watching that. And then run 4 copies of Luna, because most decks in this format really are susceptible to just having their 7 or less characters frozen, because that's the majority of characters being played in this format. Alright, let's go over some picks and why we did them. We're running 8 searchers. I haven't found a need to run the 10 or 12 that a lot of the other decks are trying to get us to run. Between this and the Garp, the only cards that aren't searchable in the deck are Laboon, which is okay as being unsearchable, and then the other cards that aren't searchable are the Charleston event. Both because they're lower than 3 cost and they're not Straw Hat cards. Everything else in the deck is searchable. The Garp will make sure that we hit our off Straw Hat Crew stuff, like the Lunas, and everything else is Straw Hat. So that's good enough. We're running a 3/3 split for our Protector cards, Laboon being a 1 cost because it's really effective at keeping our midboard alive against stuff like Lucy and the like, as well as keeping us out of Zeus range for those pesky decks that are willing to commit to something like a double Zeus play. Then we're running 3 copies of Robin because we do need her to protect our big bodies, like Zoro being a 9K or Zoro being a 9K. This can protect everything in the deck rather than just our 7,000 power or less cards. We do need her, and I like the 3/3 split because this deck loses really hard to protection. I decided to include 2 copies of this Monkey D. Luffy card from PRBO2, just because Enel is such a hard matchup for us. We're really solid into pretty much everything else. Enel and Nami are kind of the leaders to beat this format, and we have a really good matchup into Nami, but Enel is tough, so I tucked in 2 extra copies of this, because really with Enel, you're just trying to outlast their removal, and if you can outlast the removal by putting more and more characters out, you do okay. Unfortunately, that did mean I had to cut some stuff other places, and I chose to run less removal because of how hard Enel is teching against the freeze events, running stuff like the Reijus and using Varis to get above our stuff. So I found that 4 or 5 events that freeze their guys is enough, because likely they're going to play around them anyways. So that's where I chose to make my cut. I've debated putting the 9-cost Zoro up to 2 to really punish the Nami players, but like Nami is such a favorable matchup, I've left it at 1. Between this and the Brooks, they just haven't been doing well against us in the ranked ladders. Nami and Luna also really punish Nami, the Nami leader. Just a really abysmal play. As always, our curve is pretty much the same every time. We want to go first against pretty much everything, especially Enel and Nami, because we want to get aggressive. Playing one of our searchers on 1 Dawn on our 3 Dawn turn. We want to be playing our Laboon against most leaders that have any access to removal. That's blue and yellow decks specifically. Purple Enel does not really care, but if you want to cheat one out and get a bunch of other bodies on field, it will make their life a little harder, because they're going to have to rest your stuff and then just minus the power down before they can get after him, but even then it's pretty bad for us. This is really important if you're going to plan on playing the 9-cost or 7-cost against the Nami matchup, because they are running a lot of copies of Zeus now. So you just want to be able to say, hey, I need to protect my whole board if you want to play this 9-cost at all. That becomes your game plan. The Robin is necessary more than the Laboon. And then on your 5 Dawn turn, you really want to be playing this Sanji, and on your 7 Dawn turn, you want to play this Luffy into this Usopp. That gets you all your guys online. Once you're there, you can just start flooding out whatever you want, because by that time, you'll have 1 Dawn coming up, plus 2 more Dawn for 3 Dawn a turn, and you'll have a 5/7/7. And the Usopp doesn't actually need to swing very often, unless you're okay with losing him, because I will tell you guys right now, as soon as you swing with this character, they will do anything they can to remove it. But on your 9 Dawn turn, you're okay to do the Nami Luna combo. That's fine, because that is a 7-cost combo, which means you need 100 leaders, so 8 Dawn or more is where you can start dropping the Nami Luna combo and then just continue to punish. But if you don't have that or don't feel it's necessary, you can develop this guy as long as your board has stuck around long enough, because then you're getting this guy out on 9, swinging for 9 if they've got the right character, and then your leader's a 7k, 1 Dawn under it, that's 8k, and then you get 3 Dawn back here plus the one you didn't commit. That'll make it so that you're getting 4 Dawn up as a 7k leader. On that turn, you especially can't swing Usopp, because that's all they're going to target. And then on the later turns, developing a Brook and not trashing it is also fine against most of these larger leaders, because you can put 1 Dawn here, poke, trash him. After he pokes, restand one of these guys and go big again. So you get a lot of value there. I especially like doing that against Nami, which is establishing the 10-cost blockers, because you can rest them, attack, attack, attack. And then next turn, you can just go again. Very strong. All right, and we're always looking for Charleston's. We're using the freeze events as necessary. There's no given turn where that just needs to happen. This against most other leaders other than Enel is just a 1k, and I'm still deciding if I like it, so I'm not 100% committed here. This might go out and put back up here. I just haven't decided. The other place I've been thinking about going is just minusing 2 of these down and rounding out my playset of Sanji and Laboon. That way I've got 8 good 2Ks in the deck, because the deck is a little thin on 2Ks, even for a Luffy. But I don't mind it too much. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for sticking around. I appreciate you guys. I hope you have a wonderful week. It's been a lot of fun to get to record these for you guys. You guys are crushing it out there. I love hearing from you. I will get back to all the requested matchups next week, but for this week, we're just going to be grinding the ranked ladder. So I will see you in the next one. Later.